Ever wondered how you can turn your kitchen into a botany lab? Welcome to the fascinating world of botany, a realm where life thrives in the form of plants and their rich biodiversity. Botany, the scientific study of plants, is not only critical for understanding the natural world around us, but also plays a vital role in our everyday lives. From the oxygen we breathe to the food we eat, plants are essential to our survival. But how can we better understand these green wonders? The answer lies in simple DIY plant experiments that you can conduct right in your kitchen. These experiments bring the magic of botany to life, allowing us to witness firsthand how plants grow, adapt, and even communicate. These intriguing investigations are not just for botanists, but anyone with a curious mind. So, whether you are a budding biologist or simply love the greenery around you, these experiments are sure to entertain and educate. So, ready to dive into the world of botany? Let's get started. Our first experiment is about seed germination. You might ask, what's seed germination? Well, it's the process by which a plant grows from a seed. This miraculous event is the first step in the life cycle of any plant, and we're going to witness it with our very own eyes. Now let's get into the nitty-gritty of setting up our experiment. We'll need 3 simple items that you can find around your house: a glass jar, a paper towel, and of course some seeds. Any seeds will do, but beans or peas are typically the best to start with as they germinate quickly. First, let's dampen the paper towel with water. Not too wet, just enough to create a moist environment for the seeds. Next, we're going to line the inside of the glass jar with the moist paper towel. This creates a cozy little home for our seeds to start their journey. Now comes the exciting part: introducing the seeds. Place a few seeds against the sides of the jar, sandwiched between the glass and the damp paper towel. Make sure to space them out a bit so they have room to grow. Once your seeds are nestled in, find a warm place for your jar. A sunny windowsill is perfect, but any warm spot will do. The warmth will encourage the seeds to germinate, kickstarting the growth process. Now all we have to do is wait and watch. It's important to check on your jar daily, making sure the paper towel remains moist. If it dries out, just add a little more water. But remember, we don't want to drown our seeds, so don't overdo it. Over the next few days, you'll witness an incredible transformation. The seeds will begin to swell and crack open, sending out tiny roots and shoots. This is the beginning of a new plant's life, a process that's been happening on our planet for millions of years. Keep an eye on your jar, and in a week or so you'll see the magic of life beginning right in your jar. Ever wondered how water travels in plants? Our next experiment, the celery experiment, will show you. Let's start with a bit of science. Capillary action is the process that plants use to pull water up from their roots to their leaves. Think of it as the plant's personal drinking straw, allowing it to soak up the water it needs to survive and grow. This process is fundamental to the life of the plant, and it's fascinating to see it in action. Now let's dive into the celery experiment. This simple yet eye-opening experiment will give you a visual representation of capillary action. The materials you'll need are quite straightforward: a fresh stalk of celery, a glass of water, and some food coloring. First, you'll need to trim the bottom of the celery stalk. This will create a fresh cut, making it easier for the celery to absorb water. Next, fill your glass with water. Add a few drops of food coloring. Any color will do, but the brighter the better for visibility. Stir the mixture until the color is evenly distributed. Now, place the freshly cut celery stalk into the colored water. Make sure the cut end is fully submerged in the water. The celery will act like a plant drinking from its roots, drawing the colored water up through its veins. Over the next few hours, keep an eye on the celery. You will begin to see a change as the colored water moves up the stalk. The veins in the celery will start to take on the color of the water, showcasing the process of capillary action right before your eyes. The celery experiment is a wonderful way to visualize how water moves through a plant. It's a testament to the complex and fascinating inner workings of nature that are often overlooked. Within a few hours, you'll notice the change in the color of the celery. Isn't it amazing? Our final experiment for today is the leaf pigments experiment. The leaf pigment experiment is a fascinating journey into the world of plants that allows us to peek into the secret life of leaves. You see, leaves are not just green, they contain a symphony of colors that are usually hidden from our eyes. This is due to pigments, which are natural substances that give plants their vibrant hues. The most common pigments are chlorophyll, which gives leaves their green color, and carotenoids, which can be yellow, orange, or red. So, how can we reveal these hidden pigments? Well, it's quite simple. You'll need a leaf, isopropyl alcohol, and a heat source. Step 1. Choose a leaf. It doesn't matter what kind of leaf it is, but it should be healthy and green. Step 2. Tear the leaf into small pieces and place them into a glass container. The smaller the pieces, the better the extraction of the pigments. Step 3. Cover the leaf pieces with isopropyl alcohol. This step is vital because the alcohol will draw out the pigments from the leaf. Step 4. Place the container in a larger bowl filled with hot water. The heat will help speed up the extraction process. Just make sure not to boil the alcohol. Step 5. Wait for the alcohol to change color. This could take anywhere from 30 minutes to a few hours. As the alcohol absorbs the pigments, it will take on a green hue, and if there are other pigments present, you might see other colors as well. Step 6. Once the alcohol has changed color, carefully pour it into a new container, leaving the leaf pieces behind. And there you have it. You've just conducted your own leaf pigment experiment. In a while, you'll see the different pigments present in the leaf. It's truly a sight to behold. So, what have we learned from these experiments? We've unraveled the magic of botany through our hands-on experiments. We've seen how a seed, a tiny capsule of life, begins to sprout, tapping into the potential stored within it. We've witnessed the celery experiment where we understood how plants drink, a vital process called capillary action. We've also delved into the leaf pigments experiment, exploring how plants convert sunlight into energy, a beautiful dance of chemistry known as photosynthesis. Each of these experiments reveals a fascinating aspect of plants and their integral role in our world. They clean our air, provide our food, and even contribute to our mood and well-being. Recognizing these processes deepens our understanding and appreciation of the natural world, and underscores how interconnected we are with our leafy neighbors. Remember, the world of botany is all around us. All we need to do is observe and learn. Until next time, keep experimenting.